Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to kind of dive in and go through my new budget sheets for the month of October. Now, I've had these in my shop for a while now, and I'm just now getting around to doing the video for the new releases. So this is a new releases video. I do these once a month when I design new budget sheets for the next month. And I'm doing some changes to my shop. My shop's name is actually Lisa's Faith Budget Plan in Etsy, and I have a link in the description box below. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out my shop, and you can download the PDFs. You get 3 sizes, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And yeah, they're cheap and expensive PDFs that you just download and just, use for budgeting all year round, or buy new ones every month, depending on this, the style and what I come up with. And I am absolutely in love with the October budget. Now, October is special to me because it's my birth month. It's my husband's birth month. And I just love fall. I just love October and all the things. And so I am really in love with this. You're going to see here, I have 100 cash envelope challenge. This is new in my shop. I'll talk about that at the end of this video, along with the cash envelopes designs that I have, and after I go through all the budget sheets. So what I'm going to do is gather all my stuff together, grab the budget sheets, and then show you each listing as they are, one at a time. And some of them you'll see all 3 sizes, where the most popular ones, I will show all 3 sizes so you can get an accurate look at it. And the others that I have, I'm not going to have all 3 sizes shown. I just wanted to do a few of them because that's a lot of printing, and I don't have the money or the ink to do that. So I want to stay reserved on that. Okay, I am back. So you're going to see I have 3 calendars here for the month of October. I always do a monthly calendar. I'm going to start trying to do a monthly blank calendar to go along with that month theme in my Etsy store, but I haven't quite got that all in my listings the way I want. So I am working on that, but I absolutely love the design for October. As I said before, my birthday's in October, my husband's birthday's October, and I guess because I always celebrate my birthday in that month, it tends to be the favorite month, because it's the kickoff of fall and the weather's changing and it's getting cooler and all the things, and the fall, just happiness of fall. So I'm excited about fall. I have 3 sizes here. This is the 8.5 by 11. These are dated calendars. I hope to get an undated calendar in the shop as well, but I haven't quite got there yet. This is the classic happy planner size, and this is the A5. So the smaller the picture that you're seeing, that means it's the A5 size, the smallest size that I actually create. Now, when I create these budget sheets, they're all on the same size piece of paper. I created the cut lines. I take, and I don't know if I got paper out for this, I can find some. I take the dimensions, and let me see if I can find it really quick here. Sorry, my chair is so squeaky. I do apologize for that. So I'm going to take an A5 sheet out of here. This is just my A5, whatchamacallit, life planner. Can't think today. Oh, different video, different time. There we go. So this is the same size as an A5. If you put the paper in the corners where the crosshairs are, you will see that they all line up, and then you will not hole punch on the design. So that's what I have here. So either side, this is the other side of that same page. You line them up and they do fit. And again, the design does not go through the holes. This is just something I was test printing in mine, and that's what I have in my planner. So that is the A5. Same thing with the classic happy planner size. If I had a happy planner sheet, I could lay it on crosshairs here, and you could punch it and not interfere with the actual design. I print these on 100% on my printer. Sometimes when you have printers in different printing sizes and stuff like that, it has an auto print of a different number, like 97%, and that's what mine's actually set to. But when I design these, I decide I'm at 100%, so when they print, I tell you in the notes of my listings, print at 100%, it should fit just fine. If it's not fitting right, then just go up or down just a couple, and you should be able to fit what size you're looking for and trim it the way you want. This, you don't have to trim at all. This is obviously the 8.5 by 11. This is the size I started with and what I always have, but these are the other two sizes I carry. They are on 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. I just designed the product in the middle of it to fit so you can cut it, and that's what I have here. So I'm out of breath. So these are the designs. I'll show on the 8.5 by 11. Now, because I have these two, I do want to give these away if anybody is interested in the Classic and Happy Planner and the A5 size. I do have a calendar for you. I only have actually 5 or 6 budget sheets for the other two sizes. This I have all my listings in. So I love the design of this. Let me give you a closer look at this. Look at those cute pumpkins. It looks so, I don't know, just, it's fall. It's almost sophisticated and just a really nice, you know, design for fall. That's not the traditional orange pumpkin or the traditional, you know, this is more of a neutral kind of look, but still very fall. Has the sunflowers at the end of the season, it looks like, 2 different color pumpkins. And it just, to me, I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. So I have the dated calendar here. If I do it undated, the undated would actually be 6 rows, not 5. I typically do 5 for the dated, and I cut 1 in half if I have to go further into the month. But you get a note section on this side. They're all dated and the number in the corner. And I might go back and adjust that. I just realized that's a little too far over, but I'll fix that. So yeah, this is what I use for my calendar. I actually take the same layout and then type in my own information. If you're looking for custom budgets or custom calendar or anything like that, and you want something in the notes already pre-typed like I do in mine, let me know. I have a custom order place in my shop. You just go to custom order and you tell me what to put where as far as what typing it in. I keep the same font I use at the top, and then I just type in what you're looking for. So if you are interested in that, you purchase the custom, you email me through Etsy, and then we go back and forth discussing what you're looking for and how I can help you with what budget sheets I actually already have. So these calendars, when you purchase my calendar and download it from Etsy, you get this one, you get this one, and you get this one for one price. You get all 3. All 3 of these are one listing. You get to decide if you want to download all 3 of them or if you want to download just the one you're looking for, specific size. So that is an awesome deal in budget sheets, and you have a variety, and you don't have to hunt and peck and look for, okay, where's the Classic Happy Planner size? Where's the A5 size? No, they're all in the same listing, and this is one price for all of these. Typically only one of these, most people would only use one of these, so I only charge one price, but I create all of them, and you guys seem to be loving it, and I'm super excited about that. Next I have, now that's my monthly calendar, next I have a monthly budget. I have this listing. Now this listing is also 3 pages and the 3 sizes. I don't have all that printed out. I just have the 8.5 by 11, but just imagine the calendar sizes that I showed you with the A5 and the Classic Happy Planner, and they are sized for this. If you go to my Etsy store, you will see a thumbnail that shows the actual hash marks where these are at and how it would look as an A5 and a Classic Happy Planner. But this is a monthly budget. So, and I never put the month at the top, the name of the month. The only time you'll see that this is in October is here on the calendar. Every other budget sheet just says what it is. Now, monthly budgets for me is a great way to do a budget to see how much total income for the month and how much total expenses for the month. And that's what I am always looking for. So when I do my pre-planning, when I do my budgeting, I always budget with a monthly view. And then through the month, I do fill it out as the actuals. But for the most part, this is for me to pre-plan, and this is for me to show you what's coming up for the month. And when I do my monthly budget. Now this is a 2-page budget listing, and then I have a 3rd page. So if 2 pages is too much, but you still want a budget sheet, I do have a 3rd option, or a 2nd option with a 3rd page, which is all of it on 1 page. So all 3 of these sheets are in 1 listing, 1 price, and you get all 3 sizes in all of this. That's a lot of PDFs right there. So when I say these, you get all of this, you get this in the A5, you get this in the Classic Happy Planner, all 3 pages, and you get this in the 8.5 by 11, all 3 sizes. Now I typically use 8.5 by 11 in my budget sheets, but not everybody likes it, which is why I created my listings the way I did. So I am super excited. This has a variable and fixed budget. I have 2 different types of monthly budgets. This one, you got 20 lines for your variable, 20 lines for your fixed, and then some notes down here at the bottom. That way, if you want to make notes to yourself about what's going on in the month, or money changes, or future money things you want to remind yourself, that's a great place to have it. My other budget sheet doesn't have the notes. I only did this so the actual number between how many variable and how many fixed are actually the same. So that's why I did it that way. And then here you got 10 and 10. If you don't have as many expenses, that works there. And then your income at the top. So, and then your total fixed expenses and total variable expenses. And then you take income minus both of these added together down here at the bottom. So that is what I have there, which I love these sheets. I typically do not use variable and fixed budget sheets. I use this other one I have here. This is the 2nd monthly budget sheets that I have. Now the designs are all the same. The colors are all the same. It's just the layout's a little bit different. Now, budget sheet here for the month is bills and expenses. That's all it says. It's not divided up, and you have tons of lines in these 2 pages. I tend up filling it up to about here, and then my unbudgeted kind of goes down to here. Because I have the budget and actual columns, even if it's off a little bit, I can make the adjustments very easily. But most of my bills are very standard, and they don't change very much, and that's a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and lay these out. This is the 2-page version, and then this is the 3-page version. This is 1 listing by itself. Get it all on the camera here. And not only is it 1 listing by itself, but it's a listing with 3 sizes. This is 1 size. I also have the Classic Happy Planner and the A5 size in these exact budget sheets. And you get to choose which size do you want, and then do you want these 2 pages, or do you just want a 1 page? And it's all 1 price. So I absolutely love that this is working for people. This is really working for me. Like I said, I've been doing this style for probably 2 years now, and this is the one I actually use. I do modify mine where I actually give myself 10 lines for income, because I separate every deposit that comes in, and we have several that come through the month. We have my husband is retired military, so he gets a military retirement check. He also gets VA disability. He gets 2 salary checks on average per month, and we're getting the child tax credit. And I think sometimes he gets VA education. And then what I balance forward from the previous month into the new month that's sitting in the checking account. So that's 7 lines there. So I give myself 10. I can adjust that for you on these budget sheets if you would like. Just that would be a custom order, and just go to the custom listing and say, I would like the monthly budget with bills and expenses, income, bills and expenses, or the variable, whichever one, variable and fixed. You just tell me which listing it is you're interested in, and I can make adjustments and give you more income and less expenses, or whatever it is your need is for your budget. And I think that would be great. I think that would be so much fun to change these things for those who need it. Now, I've even had people, and I've done a custom order where it wasn't a budget sheet, but it was a sinking fund sheet. And she asked me to put all her sinking funds down, and they were like over 60 sinking funds. And I typed all of them in the way she had it sent to me. She loved it. She was happy with it. I could do the same with bills and expenses. If you have regular bills every month that you just want to get all the bills typed in, and then you can handwrite anything extra, that could be a possibility too. I can custom do that. I can change how much income, more or less, if that's what you need. Let's say you have your salary job or an hourly job, and then you have maybe you are getting child, what do they call it? Oh, I can't think of it. Child deposits, where a former spouse is child support. There you go. So you got your income and your job that you have, and you have child support payments, and you have side hustles like Etsy, Grubhub, or something like that, where you're getting extra money, YouTube income, and you want all the lines separated, and you know how many you pretty much have every month. We can definitely adjust these lines. I do try to leave 5 or 6 at the top of all my budget sheets, so that there's plenty, but some people need more and they want it all visually separated out, and it makes a lot of sense to do it that way. So mine's different, but that doesn't mean yours can't be different too. So that's awesome. But if this setup is perfect for you, then yeah, you can just download it and you're ready to go. And now we're moving on to the paycheck to paycheck. Oops, sorry. Now we're moving on to the paycheck to paycheck budgeting. So I have paycheck 1, paycheck 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. So if you get paid every week, this would cover every week. Most weeks are 4 weeks, some weeks are 5 weeks. If you get paid every other week, plus you get other income coming in, you can separate them and use these paycheck to paycheck budgeting. Very simple, very similar to my monthly budget, but it's specific for just the paycheck period. So what I would do when I do my budgets, and these, you get all 5 sheets. Let's talk about the listing first. You get all 5 sheets in all 3 sizes, and you get to choose which size you want, and it's all one price. So it doesn't matter if you want the A5 or if you want the classic happy planner or the big 8.5 by 11. Regardless, you have all 3 options anytime you want it, and download them from Etsy when you want. But my paycheck to paycheck is kind of run like my monthly budget, where you have your income and your bill and expenses right there. So when your income comes in, so for me, when you watch me do my budgets, I would do military retirement or balance forward from the previous month for paycheck 1, military retirement check, VA disability, and then if a salary check happened to fall into that, that's fine. I would put salary check, or I'd put other as a placeholder in case something else came in, things like that. And then I would budget my income, or I total my income, and then I would pay what bills I would have to pay during just that paycheck period. And so when the next paycheck period shows up, then I would move on to paycheck 2, put that income or balance forward income, and then the bills for that time period. So that is how I do my paycheck to paychecks. It's working with actual cash on hand. It's working with what you have in your bank and what you're using on hand at that moment, and not really concerning too much further past that. That way you just focus and you know you have enough for your spending categories and your bills that are happening right then and there. The monthly budget gives you an opportunity to take a look at, well, what do I have going in the future, and do I have enough for those time periods, and let's figure out, can I get it all done in this 1 month? Here it's just focused on what pay comes in. And you can use this to say, how much do I need to save of this paycheck to balance forward to pay the next paycheck, like paycheck 2, to cover the rest of those bills. And if that's the case, then you definitely want to make sure you pay attention to where your money comes, when your money comes in, and where it's actually going to be assigned. And the calendar is great for that. That's what I use my calendar for. I lay my bill expenses on my calendar, and I can tell what paycheck I'm going to pay what throughout the month. My other favorite, this very popular video, is the weekly check-in. Weekly check-in, this turned out so nice. I love how that looks. The weekly check-in here is a 5-week weekly check-in. I don't always use all 5 weeks, but just in case I want to use a little bit into the next month or the previous month, I can adjust the dates and put them in a 5-week format because of how the paychecks fell. Because I wanted it big enough, week 5 did not fit on 1 week, and I would have had to got rid of the header, and that defeats the purpose of having something beautiful to look at when you're doing your budget and attracting you to come back to your budget. So here I have a 5-week weekly check-in, and I have a large note page. And I love using this note page because I can kind of sketch out how much I want to put from each paycheck into week 1, week 2, week 3, and how much I plan to spend for that. I like to break it down. I don't like starting with, let's say, $800 for the month and for groceries and household, and then just starting here and then subtracting my way down. I like to say, okay, I have $800 for the month. Actually, I typically have $1,000 for the month. And then you divide it by the number of weeks you have. And if you feel like you need more in the beginning of the month, then you compensate and you just do the math. And you just kind of write out week 1 and then what your categories are and what you plan to spend. And that's how I run my budget. It works well for me that way. Now, if you have a different system than what I do, then use it. And if this sheet works with that system, then use it, because that is awesome. What makes sense to you may not make sense to me, and that is okay, because we're all different. We all think different. We all see things differently. Now, this comes in 2 pages listing. It's Classic Happy Planner and A5 and this 8.5 by 11. So you get all 3 sizes, 1 purchase, and you get to decide how you want to print it. And I think it looks great. I love it. So weekly check-in, everybody's favorite. And I also, when you buy a calendar, you can use it for your monthly bills, but you can buy the calendar and buy this, and you can use your calendar to track your purchases for your weekly check-in. And that is awesome. So there you go. I also have one of my favorites, a transaction log. Now, you will never see me with a thing that says a transaction log at the top. I don't typically share these in my videos, but I do run my budget off a transaction log, and I change the tops to my weekly check-in categories. So it'd be like grocery, household. Another one would say restaurants. Another one would say miscellaneous. Another one would say gasoline. And those are my trackers that I run day to day as I spend money. And so that is like keeping fresh in my mind how much money we have and what we're spending it on, and when do I need to slow down, when do I need to pay attention, all the things. So yeah, that is what I have here, is a transaction log, and very happy with that. I love using it. You can pair this up with sinking funds transactions. If you have sinking funds and you need a log for it, you can get these 2 and put those 2 together. If you need a transaction log for your spending categories, this is a way to do it. And just, I can change the title to whatever you want me to have it say. If you want to do a custom order, or you can just kind of make a note and write in a corner, you know, this is my grocery ones, this is my household, this is whatever. And you can print this one over and over again, and then it's yours. Again, you get 8.5 by 11, you get the Classic Happy Planner, and you get the A5 size. So I love this. Next I have the very popular, and I'm going to show you all 3 sizes of this because this is another part of the giveaway, sinking funds. So people, this is like one of my most popular sheets that I sell in my Etsy store. Everybody loves the sinking funds. So I thought I would do this as part of the giveaway so you can try it out and see if you like it. You do have to specify in the giveaway, and it does have to be in the United States. Do I have these backwards? No, I got these right. It has to be in the United States for me to mail. But you have to specify, do you want the 8.5 by 11? Do you want the Classic Happy Planner, or do you want the A5 size? Okay, I was losing my voice there. Sorry about that. So I have these 3 sizes, and because I have these 3 sizes, I definitely want to share these with others. So the calendar is part of the giveaway. This is part of the giveaway, and then a couple more sheets are going to be part of the giveaway. So that's what I have here. in the United States only, and you will have to tell me which size and which ones you want. And then I will do drawings based on what people say. That would be really cool. I'll have in the description box more detailed instructions, so if I'm confusing here in the video, please check that out, so you know for sure what I'm trying to do here, because I'm not even sure sometimes, and I'm new to these giveaways, but this is just a small giveaway. Back to what I was saying, this is sinking funds. You have your category, your beginning, what you added, what you subtracted, and your ending. And you have them in all three sizes. Like I said, love this listing. A lot of people purchase this all the time, and they purchase this and the transaction log sometimes, because they'll have sinking funds and they want to log the individual transactions for those sinking funds if they have several. Or they pair this with another item. Looks like I also printed 3 pages of this, so this is part of it as well. So savings tracker, so you have your date, your beginning, how much you added, what you took out, and what your ending balances are. And so I have this in all 3 sizes. So this will also be part of the giveaway. So if I showed you 3 sheets that were the same exact sheet, then I'm saying it's part of the giveaway. Yeah, I love this. I think this is really good. I typically don't run my savings tracker in my savings account for my emergency fund like this. I actually run it like a sinking fund, and I create my own budget sheet for it, but I love using the savings tracker. I love having the beginning and how much I put in, how much I took out, and what the ending balance was. So yeah, and these usually sinking funds and savings trackers typically are sold together in my shop by people who purchase them. They'll buy the both of these listings, and that's pretty awesome. I love that. Now I do have another savings tracker that is different. This is not part of the giveaway. I do have these in all 3 sizes. This is a more compartmentalized box kind of savings tracker where you have your category, one specific category, and it's just all in this one box. Instead of going a line across and seeing several going down, this gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 different savings things, tracking things. So saving tracking categories, I should say. So you have 10 categories that you can do on this sheet, how much the starting balance was, how much you put in, the amount you took out, and then the ending balance. And if this makes more sense to you than a transaction log savings tracker, then this might be what you're looking for. I do sell these, and people do seem to like these. Not as much as the other one, but this one I think is pretty popular as well, just because you can separate them into the 10 boxes. A lot of times we're not saving more than 10 for 10 things. In fact, I don't even save more than 3 or 4 things, but at a time, unless it's a sinking funds, and that's totally different. So yeah, I have this available, all 3 sizes in my shop. And then I have a debt tracker. This is also part of the giveaway. So I'm gonna lay these out. You have your debt, your starting balance, how much you paid, any interest accrued, and then your ending balance and what the true ending balance is at the end of the month. So whenever your billing cycle is. And so these 3 pages are 3 different sizes of the same exact page. This is also part of the giveaway, because even though I am consumer debt free, because I don't have any loans or credit cards or any of those things that I have to pay off, and I don't accrue any interest on anything as far as loans. I don't have anything. I don't have any school loans. I don't have any credit cards. Well, I have a credit card, but I don't have any credit card balances. And when I carry it over, I pay it off right away, so it doesn't take long for me to pay off, but I'm not carrying them every month kind of thing. Also, the only loan I do have, the only thing I am financing where there's interest is the mortgage on my house. Other than that, I don't have any debt. So when I started this journey of budgeting, it took me 15 months to become consumer debt free at $44,000. That's how much we paid off in 15 months. So that was back, I think I paid that off in October. Actually, the anniversary's coming, 1 year anniversary, a year ago, October 30th or 31st. I can't remember if it was Halloween or the day before, 2021. I definitely was super excited to pay off all the loans and have my school loans gone and have those last few $1,000 that I owed on it paid off interest free because they were deferring the interest and all the things. So, but this is a great way to track your debt. If you have several, sometimes what I would do is break these down into the individual school loans that I had. So and I had 11 at the time when I started the debt payoff journey. And so I would fill 11 of these plus the car plus any credit card and anything else I had loans with. So you could use that. Or I have another debt tracker that people like as well, and it's same as the savings tracker, but this is like the debt snowball is what I call it, where you have your debt and it's compartmentalized into different categories. So if I had 8 loans in my school loan left, I could just list these all here and name them school loan, debt 1, debt 2, debt 3, and debt 4, whatever. And then what my balances were, amount paid, interest charges, and all that good stuff. And that would give me a good, clear vision of where I'm at and what I'm doing with my debt. And when you download this, you get all 3 sizes. You get the 8.5 by 11, the Classic Happy Planner, and the A5 size. So I love this budget sheet. I wish I had thought of this and created this before I got out of debt. It would have made tracking it a little bit easier and a lot more fun, but I didn't quite get there. I just listed it and that was fine too. So there's that. And then my personal favorite that I discovered for myself, and I will be putting this in because I want many people to have a visual on this, is a credit card log. If you actively use your credit card, whether you're trying to build your credit score or if you are trying to get out of debt with credit card, writing it down and writing it regularly makes a big impact on whether you pull that little thing out and swipe or not. It makes you think twice before you do it a lot of the times. It does make it a little painful to use your credit card, and you do feel something like you would if you're using cash and you don't want to let go of. So I will provide this in the giveaway as well. That's why I have all 3 printed here. I have it in the 8.5 by 11 Classic Happy Planner and the A5 size. And basically it's a credit card log. All you do in this is you put the date, whenever your billing cycle is or whenever you decide to do it. And I do mine the 1st of every month. It's new. So on the 1st of October is what I'll put here. I'll put 0 amount to start with because I always pay off my credit card. If I don't pay off my credit card, I still would put 0 amount here. I would do a description, and this would be available credit or account balance or something like that. I would put there. The total owe, if I'm balancing it forward from the previous month, I would put whatever what the closing statement was, and then what I owe total from the previous month, and then what available credit I do have over here. And when I do that and I write it down and I see this number grow and this number shrink, it does something to me. It shows me what I'm doing, and I have to actually budget how much I would spend on a credit card in order to pay it off every month. So what my husband and I decided to do, we do keep our credit card active. We have one. And I went through the Dave Ramsey program first. And what we decided to do was the subscriptions that we have, that we keep, that we want, such as HP Instant Ink, my Etsy stuff, and they're reoccurring monthly. What was it? Paramount Plus used to be CBS All Access, any streaming things, Disney Plus. Well, no, I don't do Disney Plus monthly. I do that annually, and that goes in my sinking funds. Discovery Plus, that's what I'm thinking of. Any streaming, Sling, stuff that we watch for television, because we don't have cable, we just have internet, and then we stream from all our devices. That works for us, and we like it that way. What else do I put on here? I can't even think. Just anything that is a subscription, my Apple storage subscription, that gets put on here. Things I was going to pay through my debit card, I now pay on this credit card that are monthly, and then at the end of the month, I just pay it. It's stuff I would have paid anyway. It just pushed it out to the end of the month, and it keeps my credit card active. Now, if I put anything on the credit card, it has to be intentional, it has to be purposeful, and I have to be able to have the cash on hand when I make the purchase in order to put it on here. If I do not, I cannot do it, and I can't pay off my credit card. So it's just a way of keeping my credit card balance good. When we purchased the house we're in 2019, April 2019, I think my credit score was at 703. I don't know what my husband's was, but I know that's what mine was. I'm now at 757. And that had nothing to do with buying the house. It was even a year after buying the house, I think it may have gone up to 710. And now I've jumped up to 750 something, 53, 56, 59. I can't remember, but we jump up several points. And that's just using the regular, I think Experian app, the free version. So I know it's not the hard score. I know it's not, if they looked at my credit report, what would the hard score be? It's a soft credit score, like Credit Karma and all those other things. But it has jumped up, and it's because I still have an active credit card. I still have a mortgage, and I'm actively paying it on time. Even though I closed out all my school loans, which actually dropped my score for a while, and then it bounced back up. And then I paid off any other personal loans, auto loans, things like that. Those got paid off. And the only thing I have left is my mortgage. We do have the credit card, and that is paid off frequently and down regularly. And then I pay, I don't pay, but I have for when we used to have in our checking account, and we still have it, but we used to use it, was a line of credit of $500. And that is actually seen by the credit bureau as well. As part of our banking, they see that as a loan. If we use it, then it's right there. So I never get things that low, and I haven't had to use it since I did my debt payoff journey, but it can happen. So I love this. I would love for more people to use this. Okay, I'm taking way too long to do all this. Here we go. Next I have the cash envelopes. This is what they look like when you print them out. These are the designs that I have that were part of the design package I purchased, in addition to what the headers look like. This drug is so cute. I love it. I love it. So you can print these. It's got the flaps, and if you don't want it, you just cut the top here and just fold that over, and you can just use it that way and make a cash envelope. You can laminate them if you want. This is actually the design, similar to the design I used. It's just enlarged a little bit more for the tops of all my budget sheets. And then this was so cute with all the little bitty pumpkins. And then with each cash envelope designs, you get 6 of these, and then you get these 2 sheets with the trackers, and then you get cash teller slips that you can print and take to the cash teller. So that is the cash envelopes. And then my challenge. So I've been noticing a lot of people love the 100 envelope challenge. So I have listed here 100 envelopes that you can color in with whatever you want to color in. You can laminate this if you want, and use a Sharpie or different color Sharpies to color in the denominations. Each envelope, I put the dollar amount in the flap and all the way to 100. and you can save, I think it's $5,050 if you save each one of these envelopes. And you can create your own rules, or you can use the typical rules. I did create a number page. You print the number page, and then you cut out the numbers and fold them and put them in a little jar or a little basket or baggie or something, and then pull out the denominations you are trying to do. Or you can just make up your own rules. The last page I have is the instruction sheet to the cash envelope, what is typically done by most people. But like I said, you can make up your own and do whatever you want. So you don't have to print this page. You can just read it from the screen and then have your own 100 envelope challenge and save. Now you can create your own numbers, you can create your own numbers. You can create your own envelopes. You don't even have to use envelopes. You can just track the envelopes here and then put the cash in one place. So there's just so many ways of doing it. For some reason I have 2 number pages. I'm not sure why. I think I just printed 2 by accident. Anyway, that is what I have for you. But this is a listing. People love this. As soon as I put it up, I got great interest, and then several people started purchasing it. I think it's because it's well organized and you don't have to do a lot of thinking, and it's all laid out for you. So I love this. And I hope to start my own challenge. And the way I'm actually going to do mine, I'm not even sure if I have that available. So I've discovered that every month I create cash envelopes, and then I really don't do anything with them because I don't use a lot of cash. So I thought I would start doing the cash envelope challenge. So my rules, what I'm going to do, now I have all my cash envelopes here that I have printed over the past few months. And there are 50 of these, not including the 6 you just saw, so that'd be 56. And what I can do is just draw numbers from up to 56 for right now until I get more cash envelopes. And then I can take the cash. Now, I am not going to draw numbers, to be honest with you. I could pick numbers, I think is a better way of saying it. I plan to pick numbers. So I just happen to have a few dollars cash. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I have $7 cash here. I'm not sure where it came from. And what I decided to do is to split the cash. So I'm going to split 3 and 4. So I'm going to take cash envelope 3 and 4, which are these 2 envelopes, which I wrote right here. And I'm going to pop these in here. And then I'm going to color on here number 3 and number 4. And that is how I'm going to save my cash. Now, going forward, I am going to take, and there's my 4, and then I can put these cash envelopes away. And then by the time I'm done filling all these boxes, then I know I have enough money saved up for whatever goals I have. And I think the goal that I have, and I forgot to tape this down really good. You can use a glue stick, you can use one of these tape runners, whatever works for you to close and seal these. But what I plan to do, what color, with the cash is to, what was I wanted to do with it? Save up for something, and I can't think of what I wanted to save up for. For now, we're just going to call it emergency fund. I definitely want to bulk up my emergency fund. I have a month and a half. I haven't really put money into it very much lately, and I'd like to put more. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and use the blue here and just kind of color the envelope in a little bit. And so I have number 3 and number 4. I typically don't have ones, so that's okay. I don't know how to keep getting ones because I just don't use cash a lot, but I will work on that and come up with a strategy. Now, I may do something like an electronic version when I transfer it and make it a sinking fund where I'm putting money aside and it's designated for what this is. And I can just put a representation of cash in here that would make sense to me, and then I can highlight and just use electronically saving. So there's a lot of ways of doing it, but the physical way of doing it really helps me kind of focus and get excited seeing the cash and not have to spend it. So you can, I just happen to have these printed. You can get a box of 100 envelopes at the store and just write 1 through 100 on them. You don't have to use envelopes at all. You can just use a lockbox and just color this and throw the cash in there. I mean, it is completely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and stop talking and start closing out this video. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So here we are closing out the video. Here's the rules of this giveaway. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 designs I'm giving away. I'm giving you all 5, but I'm only going to give 1 size per person. So if you are interested in this giveaway for all 5 of these sheets, whether you use all 5 of them or not, I'm going to give all of them together. I need 1 person who wants the 8.5 by 11. I need 1 person who wants the classic happy planner, and I need 1 person who needs the A5 size. If you're interested at all, put in the comments below October 8.5 by 11 or October classic happy planner or October A5 size. And then you'll get all 5 of these sheets mailed to you directly from here, so that you can have a sample of these sheets and test and see if the size works for you and if you like how this budgeting works. I would love to give these away to someone. I know most people stick to a specific size, so I don't want to give all 3 sizes to 1 person. But if you want to test out a size you're not sure about or whatever, pick the size you don't normally use, and then we can do that. If I have multiple people requesting this same size, then I will do a random generator where it would pick somebody for me, and that's who will be the winner of that giveaway for each of the sizes. It has to be in the United States, and you don't even have to be publicly subscribed to my channel. I would love for you to be subscribed. I would love for you to have this subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate just so that YouTube knows that more people are interested in my channel. This is just a small random giveaway. This is not going to be, I'd like to do this with all my monthly new releases, and that way I don't have too much extra papers left over and people can sample what I have. Yeah, I think that's all there is. As long as it's put in the comments below and you get in touch with me and email me. My email is in the email address or in the comment in the description box below. Whew, this is hard to do. And so, but I would love to give these sheets. These are my most popular sheets, and that are purchased in my shop, and people love getting month after month. So I just want to kind of put that out there. And yeah, so if you are interested, just put October and the size you're interested in, and I will have in the description box the rules of the giveaway. The giveaway will end, let's see, today's the 21st. Saturday the 25th, the giveaway will end at, let's see, that by the end of that day, and then Sunday I will have the drawing. Trying to think what time would be a good time. Probably 6 o'clock on Sunday. I will have the drawing ready and good to go. So yeah, you can sign up all the way to the 25th on Saturday by the end of the day, and then on Sunday it closes, and I won't take any more requests for the sheets. And then yeah, that is when we'll do the giveaway. I'll get it mailed out. You should get it by the 1st, because I'll be mailing it out Monday morning, and you should get it right away. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and support my channel. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.